Hello, my name is Emina Zoletic. My name is Emina Zoletic. I'm coming from Bosnia and Herzegovina. I'm doing my PhD studies in sociology at University of Warsaw, Poland. Now I'm fourth year, and during my this whole year, I'm already based in Syracuse, upstate New York. Um, as I got my Fulbright scholarship to conduct and to finish my research with the Bosnian diaspora community in upstate New York. I'm doing my research fellowship at Maxwell School for Citizenship and Public Affairs, and I will be here for next 10 months. I will briefly give you my personal and professional background so that you better understand also my position and why I choose actually to do this kind of topic that I am doing. So my background is in psychology. I was born and raised in city of Tuzla, which is northeast of Bosnia and Herzegovina. It was very industrial city before war. Bosnia was part of Yugoslavia. That fall that and during the war, the city of Tuzla actually changed their whole identity, meaning as city. Yeah, and I had 7 years when the war in Bosnia started. I have my own memories, even as a child. I have my own memories how it was being child, being suppressed, being under shell, um, being without water, electricity, and all every kind of beneficial things that you can imagine being child in the war. So I had my own memories about it. I didn't have major traumas and major losses, but I witnessed and saw people who were internally displaced in city of Tuzla. Many of my schoolmates were displaced people. Yeah, and this shaped my whole, I would say, my whole identity and my whole life. This experience cannot disappear, uh, even though this make me more sensitive to different kind of events and also different kind of issues, mainly um, social struggles and all kind of things. So I choose to become psychologist for many reasons, but also this shaped my personal view and then professional view. So when I finished my psychology degree in Sarajevo, I started to work as clinical psychologist in hospital, in University Clinical Hospital in Tuzla, first in psychiatry and then like social and psychological protection in the University Clinical Hospital. Mainly, I was based in different kind of clinics, and I was working with different uh, population, children, adolescents, adults. I worked also as a cognitive behavioralist psychotherapist, and also because I was in training during my work in psychotherapy, and also during my work as a clinical psychologist, I worked with social worker and with the psychiatrist, with the people who were war veterans, family of war veterans, their children. Yeah, and not only with them. I was working with different kind of people who didn't have like this kind of war experience. But anyhow, this experience dealing with the war trauma in the group settings, but also on the individual level, actually helped me to develop my PhD project. So after I was doing as I was working as clinical psychologist 10 years. Then I moved from practice to academia. I moved first with my master degree in epidemiology. Then I finished my second master in public health. And then this idea came out with the actually with so many hypotheses in my head that I had. So my project is intergenerational transmission of war memories in the Bosnian families and those who were displaced, who were refugees from Bosnia, actually from Sarajevo, to other European countries, Western countries mainly. And I'm doing comparative study. So how it is and how mechanism is those who stayed in Sarajevo, which was under siege less than 4 years, in the families like second generation, how they are grown up with the families who were survivors of siege, and those who actually were survivors of migrant population, actually, but they were forced to leave their country because of the war. So this came out also because after like doing and dealing with the different kind of population who were refugees, but also who were domestic people who actually survived the war. This came out because I saw that in the second generation, there is something happening, which I didn't know how to explain all these kind of things. And they didn't know how to explain. They were coming with different kind of issues, not only psychological, but also social issues, such as how to deal with different ethnic group, how to deal with the things that their parents had and their third generation had, not only parents but their grandparents, their relatives, how to deal with something that you didn't experience, and actually that changed the whole society. So this helped me also that I moved somehow from psychology to sociology and social psychology, and to go beyond that psychological research, which has been done mainly in from Holocaust perspective, which is my first layer that I'm looking through the literature. Then I saw that there is no kind of research has been done in my country, in Bosnia and Herzegovina, and especially that we are looking different groups of people who actually dealt with similar topics, but still they are different in different levels and layers. But I also want to see their similarities, actually both first and second generation in the families, because what I noticed in the literature, it is not only from top-down level how it's transmitting not only emotions but also behavior, also culture thing, and many other things, but also from bottom-up perspective. So I'm looking in the families what is happening, and in the literature I saw that they were focusing on one thing or another, like either if they are anthropologists, they were looking like mainly one to family, and they didn't anyhow get more conclusions and more actually how we can help all these kind of families who are struggling, actually how with the notion how to deal with their own painful memories, but also how to deal with their own kids. So yeah, this shaped my whole project. And I would say that I'm doing research in qualitative with the qualitative methods, um, and this also shaped me because I moved myself also from psychology, um, and when I was trying to actually to write my project proposal and also proposal from different kind of scholarships and grants, I was thinking a lot about my own positionality. And then I realized that I will look more through the reflexivity, not through the um, positive science, I would say. So this also helped me um, when I realized that I will define myself as I'm someone who actually survived war, and I have my own personal view of what was happened in the in Bosnian War. So I would have also my position in the field. So this is first point that I really wanted to say during this video interview, because mainly psychologists, what I saw in previous studies, they never look um, like if we are conducting like huge huge research with a lot of people with the diversity in population, we will see that they will all the time have conclusion that like there was like objective data and etc etc, but I'm looking like through the perspective of phenomenology. So I knew it from the beginning that this project will be different in many sense, and also that I will be the subject also. Like, even though I'm not putting myself in this research, but how I am dealing with the different kind of stories from my interviews, I will influence also on this research results. So I would say I had this in mind. First of all, second, I from ethical point of view, I I was cautious that I will, because I wanted to involve all different kind of people in my research, meaning how they are defining themselves as from different point of view from ethnic groups, that how they will actually perceive me, and if they ask me who I am, what I'm doing, how I will explain. And actually this position that I'm also war survivor, and also not only war survivor, um, that I helped during my whole like professional life. I helped to different kind of people with my professional psychological background. This helped me actually to go with further with research. And the third and most important, that my position is I'm looking to the people as human beings, so from humanistic perspective. So these three perspectives shape completely my whole project. And yeah, this shape also my struggles from the beginning. Uh, the third thing that I want to emphasize in this interview is that uh, ethical consideration are really important for research who are dealing with sensitive topics such as war trauma, war memories, peace building, conflict studies, whatsoever. So I would say that ethical um, proposals and or ethical thinking is really important. So from this point, you I, as PhD student, wanted to have really good advisors. Advisors not only good in the sense that they are knowledgeable about the topic, that they are very good professors, but also who knew how to deal also with my own possible, I would say, I put it as in quotes, possible vicarious trauma and also possible secondary trauma. So because I knew it also from previous and from literature review, that in this kind of research, you can actually be part of vicarious trauma and had vicarious trauma. So I knew that in some point I would have, and also my participants could have some struggles. So from the point that I have background in psychology and I was clinical psychologist, I knew how to help to my participant, and I knew how to help myself. Actually, to propose to have not only my supervisors who are very sensitive to this topic, who are helping me in each step, but also to have another like layer, meaning to involve external supervision, external psychotherapist. So I would say that each of us who are dealing with this kind of topics need to have, has to have actually some sort of not only supervision from university, meaning like your like professor supervisor, but also professional supervision, professional psychotherapy. So when I was reading all the articles, they never mentioned this. And in the field, when I'm speaking with my colleagues from the from conflict studies, also social psychology, they were saying that they actually had experienced secondary trauma when they were in the field and they didn't notice. And after that, it burned them. So I would say that this was my first step to helping me, but to also to developing actually promising projects. So yeah, these are 4 points that I wanted to have um, to say to you in this video. And yeah, I'm hoping actually that in the future, when I'm reading also psychological um, articles about these topics, that I will see the section where they are explaining how the researcher is dealing with their own positions, and also how they are dealing with sensitive topics. Thank you very much.